everyone, it's Gina from Orchid and Opal.com, and I am back with another round of Bead Box Bargains finds for March 2022. These are products that I picked out from their website with that generous coupon code that comes in their sister site subscription, the Bargain Bead Box. Every month with that subscription, you get one of these codes. And you can pick up a lot of great things, including gemstone beads, check glass, findings, and more. And that coupon is good all month long. Now, if you're not a subscriber, I do have a coupon code that you are welcome to use. It is Opal15, OPAL15. I'll leave that down below the video, as well as the link to Bead Box Bargains, so you can check out what they have currently for sale on their site. Their products change often because they sell a lot of closeout beading materials. So things that I may show you today may not be available any longer on their site, but their stock is always changing, so I'm sure there's a lot of other things that are available at this time. So I have this pretty hefty flat rate package. Let's go ahead and open it up and I will show you everything close up. Alright, so I have a 2-page packing list and 2 large bundles of beads and different materials underneath this for us to take a look at. The total cost of this package came to $124.55 and the shipping was $375, just to give you an overall idea of what things cost. And I was able to use last month's 30% off coupon code, again, that came with that subscription. And I'll leave the information for the subscription down below as well, along with a $2 off coupon code for that if you're interested in trying them out. Alright, so first of all, in their plain glass bead section, there were all these strands of 4mm round glass beads that were just $1 or less per strand before the discount. So I picked up a bunch of different colors. I have topaz and sea opal, transparent pink, deep violet, sapphire, deep aqua, and jade blue here. So lots of beads on these strands. You can see how long they are. They're about 12 inches per strand. And then next up, getting into some of the gemstone beads. This was actually a free gift with purchase. It's a 7-inch strand of 3x2mm garnets that are finely faceted in a rondelle shape. And then these two, they looked really interesting online because I know all of the different shapes and the shades of the kyanite are going to be different, but these are 2 pieces of electroplated natural kyanite shard pendants, and they can vary in those shapes and sizes, like I said. And they come with that golden bail too. I really like the gold that's around the edges of these stones and how it really shows off those pieces of kyanite. Here's a look at the side of one of them and how the back is open so you can see the full view of that stone on both sides. Next, I have 2 pieces of these 28mm carved shell flower focals. They have that hole that's drilled in the center, and another one of those items that is a natural material, so the colors might vary a little bit. You can see one of mine is a much starker white than the other, which has a little bit more pigment. It's a little bit more of a creamy beige. And these are pretty thin. You can see this one from the side, how thin that is, and a look at the back. And then next I have 2 of each of these very long strands of bamboo coral nugget beads. They come in both the red and the pink that you can see here. And even though they're all very organically shaped and all a bit different, they have a smooth and glossy coating. And overall, they're pretty consistent with the vibrant pigment that they have, whether it's the pink or the red. And these are very long 15-inch strands. And in addition to those, I picked up the bamboo coral capellini beads in red and pink. These are also 15-inch strands, and I have 2 of each. These are just a bit of a different shape, much more elongated, with the hole drilled through the shorter side of the bead, and again, all being a little bit different. So think of those similar to a gemstone chip, how you get a variety of different shapes and sizes on these strands. And speaking of gemstone chips, I also picked up 2 of these long 15-inch strands of 6 to 12mm carnelian chips. You can see they've got the different shades of orange and also a little bit of white and clear and some other brownish tones as well. All these chips being a little bit different, but polished smoothly. They're not rough or sharp or anything. And you definitely get a good variety throughout each of those long strands. Next up, I have a 14-inch length of rhodochrosite tumbled pebble beads. These are between 4 and 10 millimeters in size, and they have some of that lovely pink and salmon going on, and also some of those cool and warmer neutrals. This is another one of those where all the beads are going to be a bit different, but within that size range, and overall within that long strand, you get the gamut of those different colors and striations that you expect to see in the rhodochrosite. Now next I have a 15-inch length of 15 millimeter green aventurine octagon beads. So many on here. These are sort of a puffed octagon shape with the hole running through the length with a very vibrant and pigmented green. You can see those 6 sides that they have. They're kind of a flat hexagon shape. And something different that I don't think I've seen on Bead Box Bargains, and whenever I see some interesting gemstone bead cuts like this, I love to snap some of those up. Now check these out. These are quartz 20 to 30 millimeter rough nugget beads. This is a 15-inch strand, and they certainly are. These are like a quartz rock that just happens to have the hole that's drilled pretty much through the center, and these are all a bit different as well, but definitely large. You could even use one of these on its own and do some wire wrapping around it if you're into that, and turn it into its own pendant component, and you get a lot on this strand to work with. Some of them are a little bit more opaque and some of them are a bit more icy and clear. And then similar to that, I splurged on this strand of amethyst, also the rough nugget beads, 20 to 30 millimeters in size. This is also a 15-inch strand, and I think the same goes for these as well. You get a decent variety of different shades of the amethyst. Some of it is a little bit brighter and some is a little bit deeper in color or has more of the grays and neutral tones along with it, just depending on the bead. And these are definitely rough cut. They're not meant to be smooth and glossy, so you can keep that in mind if you'd seen those on their website, maybe how large these are, and also a good example of a strand's worth and how much you get and the types of beads that you see. And actually there's even some round amethyst beads that they have placed in between each of those nuggets, which I think is pretty cool. Bead Box Bargains is also a great place to find findings and chain, all sorts of jewelry components. Like the steel Lumicina chain that you see here, I have both the antique bronze and the antique silver finishes, and I picked up 2 strands of each of these. I really like the unique links that they have. It's different from a lot of the typical Rolo or oval link jewelry chain that we're used to seeing, so I definitely wanted to pick up a couple of these. That silver is quite shiny and the antique brass has more of a matte, kind of toned down look. The other strand of chain I picked up this month is the steel oval link rope chain in the 6x4 millimeter size, and this is in the antique bronze finish. It's got this twisted oval rope design that's different from what I've picked up from them before, so this is another unique length of chain that I wanted to snap up since I saw it, and you get a meter of each of these strands, which is a great amount to work with. And along with these other items, they also have a great variety of check glass beads that changes out quite often, and I picked up some of those. I picked up 4 bags of the 4 pieces of 19 by 9 millimeter check press glass diamond beads with arabesque swirl. These are in matte blue opal / nebula luster / blue wash. So I have a total of 16 pieces here, and the hole runs through the length of the bead. They are the same on both sides, and they have a lovely combination of the different blues that you can see with the lighter blue that is washed into the grooves of that design. Here is the same bead shape, the arabesque swirl diamond pressed glass beads. These are in pink opal / terracotta / gold wash, and I have also 16 pieces here. You can see how these are letting a little bit more of that light through the creamy opal pink glass, and then you have that golden swirl this time in the grooves of that pressed shape. Next up, I have this handful of the pressed glass trumpet flower beads in alabaster / pink Picasso. This is 20 pieces or 4 bags worth. There were 5 pieces per bag. And you can see how these have a lot of dimension to them. They have kind of a 5-pointed petal shape when you look at them from the face. And they're almost shaped like a bead cap or a cup-like shape. You could put something in the center of these or use them dangling down as a type of floral drop. Next up is a different but similar shape. These are 40 pieces of the 10 by 8 millimeter bellflower beads in crystal / pink swirl / magenta wash. They come with 10 pieces per bag, so I got 4 bags worth, and you can see that light pink swirled glass in the background and that deeper magenta metallic that is washed over and settling in the details of these beads. I picked up some additional floral shapes. These are the primrose flower beads in alabaster / full apricot / champagne wash, and there's 16 pieces in my hand, 4 bags worth of these. And they have this gorgeous light silvery beige wash over the top that makes these even more eye-catching, and they have that sort of apricot / burnt orange color in the background. The hole runs through the center of these flat floral beads, and they are the same on both the front and the back. I also picked up that shape in the opaque red / Picasso, again with the 16 pieces or 4 bags worth in my hand, and they are a 15 millimeter floral size, just like the other ones. You don't get as much of the bright red because that wash really tends to cover up a lot of the brightness, but you still get that reddish color in the background and a lot of that silvery Picasso wash, as you can see. And these are all going to be just a little bit different, but very similar. And like the others, they're the same on both sides. Next up, I have some of the mini bellflower beads. These are an 8 by 6 millimeter size, so a bit different than those pink ones we just took a look at earlier. The color is called crystal / blue swirl / gold wash, and they have a gorgeous, vibrant cobalt blue color in the background that is setting off the gold metallic wash details that you can see that separate those petals. And looking at these face on, they have a more rounded petal shape. Also 5 petals though, kind of like those trumpet flowers that we saw before too, just with the more rounded petals. I also have 4 bags worth of these top drilled twist beads. These are in jet / silver speckle. There's 10 pieces per bag, and this is 40 pieces. So 4 bags worth, and they're a 6 by 12 millimeter size. I really like the jet black and that silvery metallic speckle combination. And you can see that's where the hole is located there at the top of these drop beads. I also picked up 4 bags of that same twist shape, just in a different color. These are the jonquil or light yellow AB, a much different variety than that black and silver. These are letting a lot of light through, and they have that slight iridescent AB rainbow metallic coating on top of that pale yellow glass. I also picked up some of these petal beads. These could be turned into a beaded flower if you're into bead weaving and put together to make a really pretty floral design. But the color here is called Alexandrite / pink bronze luster. There's 5 pieces per bag, and I picked up 4 bags, so I have 20 in total. They're a 12 by 15 millimeter size, and they have a lot of dimension to them. The hole is drilled at the top of the petal. These are letting some of the light through, and you still get that golden metallic wash over the top of that rosy pink. I also have a handful of the top drilled leaf beads in crystal / sage luster. There's 10 pieces per bag, and I picked up 4 bags again, so 40 pieces of these 18 by 13 millimeter leaf beads. Just a hint of a metallic lustery coating over the top of the light green transparent glass. And you can see that veining detail that these have. And instead of the hole running across the top of the bead, this is drilled and punched right there through the center. And then last for the check glass are these petals that are in the matte crystal / magenta wash. 20 pieces in total, so 4 bags worth of, again, 12 by 15 millimeter petal beads that you could bead weave together into a beaded flower if you want to, with the hole that goes through the top of the bead. And they're pressed with that little bit of dimension, so you have sort of that sense of movement and more of an organic not flat shape. And then I thought I was done with the glass beads, but these had actually fallen out somewhere else when I was opening the package initially. So these are actually those first strands of 4mm glass beads that we took a look at. These are in just 3 other colors. I have the transparent red, this is the deep aqua, and then I have the steel gray as well in the center. So 3 strands of each of those that are 12 inches in length. These all happen to be 89 cents before the discount, so just a really great deal for some plain round glass beads that'll be versatile to work in with a lot of projects. And then finally, with every order, they send a little gift with that is attached to their card. You can see this time around I got one of these dragonfly pendants. That's really cool. I picked up some of these the other month. This time I got this aqua color that is really nice to get as a free gift. And that is everything for this month, so I hope you enjoyed checking out all of these products I picked out up close. Again, you can find all sorts of products just like this at Bead Box Bargains, and you can use that coupon code OPAL15 to save 15% off your total purchase. And you don't have to be a subscriber to their sister bead subscription in order to shop on their site. Again, I'll leave that coupon code and the link as well as the information about their subscription right down below the video if you want to check them out. Feel free to leave me a comment down below. Let me know if we picked up any of the same things or if you enjoy shopping at Bead Box Bargains or anything else you'd like to say. Be sure to hit that subscribe button while you're here because I'd love to have you back. And you can give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and feel free to share it with your other bead-loving friends. I'll be back again real soon, but until next time, I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day. And as always, happy beading.